Hey guys, welcome to Rising Vibrations. I wanted to shoot some videos about falling in love. They will be a little bit different from the normal readings that you've seen online over the years about like love readings or twin flame, soulmate readings. These readings will be for people who are just falling in love. You're both available, the coast is clear, and you are interested in taking the relationship to the next level. But you're wondering, basically, like, I don't know, you're just wondering about the person, you're wondering about where they are in their life, you're wondering about the viability. I'm not sure if that's valid. Like, I don't know if you should be wondering about those things, but let's say you are. And in general, these, I think, is for people who are in a great mood. They feel very positive about their love life, but they're just wondering about the prospects of the person and where they are in their life. Or they might be wondering about some potential challenges that might be looming underneath things. They kind of intuitively feel some challenges that they might be wondering about. So we're going to go ahead and take it from there. And we're going to go elemental sign by elemental sign and see what we can find out. Okay, thanks a lot. You guys enjoy. Hey guys, welcome to Rising Vibrations. I hope you're going to connect with this reading because I wanted to do something different. This is for those of you who are falling in love with the Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. You can also be a Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign who is falling in love. I wanted to look at the positive energy that surrounds the emotions and the feelings and the serotonins in your brain when you're falling in love. This is not to look at twin flame or soulmate relationships necessarily, but you can be falling in love with your twin flame or soulmate. I'm not making that distinction. This is about the process of falling in love. And if you're falling in love with the Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, we're going to look at the next 3 months in the short term, and then we're going to look out 6 months for the long term, out to a year of what like you can expect on the horizon. So in general, you're both available. Everybody's available and ready to take the relationship to the next level. There's nothing hindering you. So this is those of you who are falling in love with the Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or if you are Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, falling in love, what the general energy is for that. Let's go ahead. Water's so beautiful today. We are with we're with Major Arcana, the Emperor. For the general energy, it feels like it's, give me a moment. This is something about someone feeling that they're falling in love with the exact right person. This is the right person for you, or this is what the Taurus is thinking. This is the exact right person for me. Or even it can be that the timing seems to be very appropriate. I feel like this is, in some ways, not to taint the validity or the love itself, but it feels like it's the right person. It feels like it's the right time. It feels like everybody is ready. And this is what is driving a lot of the process forward, that everything seems to be so right about this, or right about the person. It seems to be very legitimate or bona fide, let's say. So that's the general energy. Let's look out in the short term. I'm going to see if anything else comes across for that Major Arcana, the Emperor, because there is something else there, but I'm not quite getting it out. There's a lot of water here that's driving the reading. So let me see where this is going to go. So we're going to look at the short term. Let's look at what brought you together, because there's something about that here. This is for Taurus. What drove you guys together, or what brought you together? We have one come out. Look at that. We have the King of Swords. So what is this? I'm not sure if this is an air sign who's falling for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But again, there is a type of practicality to the relationship. It seems to be the right person with the right background, with the right prospects for their life, even the right education. And again, this is not to judge. Everybody has different things that influence them, or even everybody has different things that are attractive to them. Maybe this is a brainiac. Maybe this is a person who's very logical and analytical, and you are as well. And this is an interest point for you, or this is a major point of sexual attraction or energy. This could also be someone that met the Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in a work environment or in a very serious location. I feel like very serious discussions, very important discussions where you have mutual core values or mutual interest in life. And this is really, again, something that is so heady in the relationship and really interesting in the relationship, and that you both have a very practical way of seeing things. Not to say that the passion's not there, but this seems to be a very much so head connection. So let's look and see what is happening in the short term with this Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus love, interest, or relationship. Again, you're both available. You're falling in love. This is mutual. This is for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What else is here? What else is here? We have, wow, the Ace of Swords. What is going on with this? This is, it's a lot of head energy here. I feel a lot of practical discussions. I feel like there is a plan. I feel like you're already talking about marriage. I feel like things got very serious very quickly, but the feelings were mutual. Everybody seems to be in the right place. Life seems to be moving in a direction that is very supportive of the relationship. If this is a long distance connection, I feel like jobs are being found in the location, mutual location, so that you can come together. I feel like if you're moving in together, you find just the right place. Everything seems to be falling in line. This could have been someone that you dreamed about in every aspect. You could have put a lot of energy into manifesting this Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, and everything seems to be falling into place. You have very mutual ideas about life, about the relationship, about how things should proceed, and it seems to be coming together. It seems to be very mutual. So let's look out in the long term, what you might see as challenges or how things will proceed over the next 6 months. And then we're going to pull a good tarot after we pull 1 or 2 more cards. I just want to see where this is going. This is for if you are falling in love or in love with the Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Over the next 6 months, what can be expected? We have the 5 of Swords now. What is that about? We have just a lot of thinking, a lot of swords, the energy. Give me a moment with this 5 of Swords to try to figure out what is happening if you're falling in love with a Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I feel like if you are already talking about marriage, this feels like prenuptial agreements. This feels like you might be so practical that you're already talking about those type of issues, like how you would separate property or who is responsible for what. Talking about responsibility of duties in the household, or again, who's responsible for what, who will be responsible for what bills. This is what it feels like to me with this 5 of Swords. Let's go ahead and pull 1 more for going out. There can be some disputes about those kind of things too, because we're looking at challenges. There can be some disputes, but let's look out for a year how things will proceed. So it seems to be a lot of practical discussions and emotions around this. Let's see where we are, guys. Going out 1 year. We have the Knight of Wands. It feels like to me, once you get all the practical aspects out of the way, and the logical aspects of how you will come together, that, yeah, then you can have fun. It's like, let's get the business out of the way, and now we start, or now we come together with the Knight of Wands. This can also be for those of you who hail from the fire element, who are falling in love with someone, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It feels like the passion will develop passion and energy and exchanges will develop over the next several months. So let's finally pull one more for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Boy, we have two that come here, but I'm not going to take them. I'm going to keep going. We have the Three of Wands and we have the Six of Wands. Look how we move from that air energy now into very passionate fire, stable energy. So we go from the Knight of Wands to the Three of Wands to the Six of Wands. For me, that feels like things are developing. Things are progressing quickly once you get the practical matters out of the way. So let's go ahead. I would like to pull one for the final read on this relationship. If you're falling in love with Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, what do we have? We have the Seven of Wands now. So we go from the Six to the Three to the Seven. It feels like progress. Once you get the practical business matters out of the way, I feel like things are going to move forward and steadily progress for those of you who are falling in love with Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or if you are a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus falling in love. In some ways, you might also have to fight a little bit for the relationship, especially if you started off talking about very practical things or you were very practical. There might be a little bit of kick up or a little bit of kickback to look for some passion, to look for a bit of romance. There might be some small complaints, and I would say small, just to say, okay, I need a bit more passion, I need a bit more romance beyond the practical aspects. This could also be about, I'm going to go ahead and say it because it's what's coming up. I don't know why with the swords. This might be rings or the type of rings or something like this if it's getting that serious. So we're going to go ahead and leave it there for Taurus. That was a quite exciting reading. I hope you did enjoy it. Hey guys, take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.